Hey, you! Today I share to you Philippine travel updates as of October 26, and oh boy, they are good news. And the sentence that you all have been waiting for me to say, let's just get into it, Jennifer. It is good news. Yes, it is good news. And there's more info I can share. Finally, can you imagine the president said this? He said that the pandemic is fading away. We're learning to manage it, and now it is time for us to all go back to work, to all go back to our normal lives, to remind ourselves of the opportunities that we were before the pandemic. He's telling to the Filipinos it is time for us to go back to all of those endeavors that we were undertaking before COVID hit. And he has instructed the Department of Tourism that we fully convey that the Philippines is open and we're ready to accept tourists, to lift stringent protocols, to lift travel restrictions. What are you talking about, Jennifer? Let's be specific. Or earlier I've heard about it, the Philippines is will issue an executive order soon making indoor mask voluntary. Yay! Although that will not include public transport, so I mean you can still expect you'd still have to wear mask inside the airports. But hey, at least once you're outside, no more mask. Like you go to the malls, how many times I've seen people not being able to enter malls because they forgot to bring a mask. That may soon be over. Apart from lifting indoor mask mandate, there's more. PCR tests? Well, according to the Department of Tourism Secretary Maria Cristina Fresco, the requirement of pre-departure RT-PCR testing into the Philippines will be removed. Oh my goodness, no more RT-PCR. Oh, expensive test. It's an expensive test plus very uncomfortable. You know how they put the swab through your nose and through your mouth? RT-PCR test no more. Plus, unvaccinated foreigners, you guys. I know. A lot of you have been waiting for partners, families of Filipinos, tourists, foreigners who want to retire in the country but they are unvaccinated. They haven't been allowed entry since 2020, and some have entered through Cebu, but we don't want to take risk of being denied entry. Plus, foreigners really are not keen to enter here if they are required to quarantine upon arrival. They don't want to looked out a window for the first 6 days of their stay here. They want to go outside. Well, let's just get into it. Why are you talking, Jennifer? Well, you may say hello to the Philippines soon because in a press briefing, the Department of Tourism Secretary Fresco said, unvaccinated foreigners will be allowed entry. So your entry will not be limited to just Cebu. You'll be allowed entry to Manila or to wherever port of entry in the Philippines, with just one condition, and that is unvaccinated foreigners will be allowed entry into the country with an antigen test 24 hours before departure or taking an antigen test upon arrival in the country. Now we know antigen test is a quick test. Results can be released in 15 minutes or less, plus it's cheaper. In the Philippines, an antigen test costs 600 pesos. How much is that? $10. I think it's convenient. You can choose either to take the test before your flight or do it upon arrival in the country. Although I sense a risk in that. What if you turn positive in that test upon arrival? You'll be sent to quarantine. So I think that's the disadvantage of taking a test upon arrival. Test before departure is safer. Anyways, moving forward. I know a lot of us have questions like, can I use a home test kit? Which is so much more convenient. Or how much is the test upon arrival? Or how long would it take? Do I have to pre-register in a form or do an arrangement online? And when is this effective? When can I come to the Philippines? And another question. So, no more quarantine for all unvaccinated travelers? Does this mean that they can either take a test, an antigen test before their arrival, or take a test upon arrival, and then no more quarantine as long as they're negative? So many questions. Well, I can't answer those questions yet. The information that we have is limited. All the information that we talked about were all they all came from the Department of Tourism Secretary Cristina Fresco in a press briefing. So guys, we need to wait for the official announcement. I don't want to I want to be careful with my opinion. Our opinions influence people. And we don't want to stress people out or celebrate over something that we're not sure of. No, I'm gonna hold my horses, if I'm correct. It's better to wait for the official announcement, but I'm hopeful that no more quarantine as long as you have a test that's negative. Yeah, that test upon arrival is still a good option, no? For those who don't want to get tested before their trip. But hey, this is really good news, guys, and I'm happy for you all. Unvaccinated foreigners, you've been more than patient. No, you could have gone to other countries or totally forgotten about the Philippines, but you're still here, and soon you can enter. We'll just have to wait for that official announcement on when and more details on the protocol. I know there is some disappointment there. Like, we were kind of hoping that they would just lift all the testing, like just allow entry, just like the normal times, no vaccination, no testing. But I think it's quite fair, and just a test. The Philippines just want to make sure that you're not bringing in COVID with you. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think this is good. This is good, and perhaps before the year ends, all these protocols will be lifted. But we're hoping that this will be effective in November, like, as soon as possible, because we have travelers who have waited for so long. They can come here now and they can be reunited with their loved ones, or they can proceed with their plans on retirement or work or studies in the Philippines. So I'm happy to share the good news, guys. I will let you know if we get more info or if the official government announcement from the IATF is released. By the way, there have been news senator pushing for the IATF to be removed, to be fired. I'll let you know about that. Well, I think this is it, guys. The Philippines is finally moving forward. You heard the words of the president. It's time for us to all go back to work, for us to all go back to our normal lives. Ah, sounds cold. That's coming from the president. Perhaps all those traveling abroad realize that, hey, look how other countries are living. Perhaps we should follow. All those traveling abroad resulted to this. But hey, thank you so much for watching, guys. You have been with me for so long, and I think we're almost at the end of all the travel restrictions. I can't wait. And I'll see you guys with another travel update. There's no news about the e-arrival card. My stand is that e-arrival card will stay, but perhaps it will only be a requirement for foreign nationals, because even pre-pandemic times, only foreign nationals are required to fill out the arrival card. It's not required for Filipinos. But for now, guys, e-arrival card is still required for all passengers. I will let you know if they change that rule. I'll see you guys on our travel update. This is only very short. I just want to update you lang with the information that we have. RT-PCR tests will no longer be required. It will be replaced by just antigen tests, and then unvaccinated foreigners will be soon be accepted. Share this information to your families or friends who have been waiting to enter the country. And yeah, congratulations. You'll all be here soon. God bless you all and stay safe. Safe travels. Don't book your ticket yet, huh? Well, let's wait for the official announcement. Bye, guys. God bless.